What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, I hope you're all well. It's just too crazy today, so I'm going to try and keep the video as short as possible. Saying that it's probably going to be the exact same length as usual, but yeah. Thank God, mama, I made it. I finally found the chart, guys. I had like 4 or 5 people messaging me yesterday. Louis, all you need to do is copy and paste it. And I kept on doing that the last week or so. But I wasn't hitting enter. What an absolute donkey. I wasn't hitting enter. That's all I need to do. I kept on clicking the option. No, I had to just click enter. The chart appears. Boom! We got the full chart from 2018. Correction 2, correction 4. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, missing wave 5. Oh, this chart is absolutely beautiful, guys. You can see we had a double bottom here. This is the same double bottom we saw over here, which I called the $150 retest as resistance twice on 2 separate occasions. Once, twice here, and then drop. Same thing here, capitulation. Now we're reclaiming these EMAs. We're reclaiming these EMAs. Get above the 200. Get above the 200, kickstart this bull market, kickstart this bull market. So everything is happening exactly the same. That is why Quant is so beautiful, because if you remember from yesterday's video, we were talking about how Quant is, yeah, we just need to take a minute to appreciate Quant, guys, because coins like you, look at Quant, where is it? It's at the 55 weekly. That's extremely bullish. Where's Bitcoin? It's so far away, that's up at 37k, guys. We're at 22k. Where's Ethereum's 55? Up at 2.4k. You know, another 1,000 away from here. We're lucky ETH's even gone up. You see what I mean? So the fact that Quant is doing all of this is amazing. So of course, this is the chart that we were using. I just don't have all the data on the new chart. But yeah, we'll just go over to the new chart anyway. So as you can see, there is an anomaly. So over here, this candle over here, this is the regular chart. This is the Quant Bitcoin, Quant USD, whatever you want to call it. Quant BTC USD, my apologies, and this is an anomaly, so we ignore that. But just like with the old chart, I'm going to do it from the low to the high right there. So this is exactly the same as this fib over here on the QUANTCoin chart, just like that. So we'll go back. You can see actually on this chart we did go down to the 2 technical target. You might be thinking, why does Louis have this white squiggly line over here? Actually, this is because we've put on this 2018 chart. This is actually not just a squiggly line. This is actually the 200 weekly EMA appearing for the first time ever on the Quant chart. And the reason is because it's taken 200 weeks. This was the 200th week right there, 30th of May 2022. Once that week had finished, which it finished on the 6th of June, then of course the 200 EMA, that was the 200th week. Then the 200 EMAs come up, and we've seen on the previous bull markets for Bitcoin, every time you come to this, you've reset the bull market, you've reset the market to go into a bull market. So here you did come under a little bit, but you got back up and we went into a bull market. Here you did go under and you were under for 6 months, but we got back up and went into a bull market. That's why I told you guys, once we bottom, it's going to take around 6 months. So we're going to head up, then we're going to come back down, form that higher low, then we're going to head up, get rejected by the resistance, come down, form another higher low, then eventually break the resistance. It's going to take the rest of the year to do all of this. So yeah, you've got the rest of the year to accumulate basically. So yeah, that's for Bitcoin. And again, if we can keep going back in previous markets, you can see here, once you hit the 200 weekly EMA, you reset the market, went into a bull market. So the same for Quant, and Quant's chart is looking so beautiful, guys. The 200 EMAs just appeared for the first time here. Look where it just appeared for the first time on Bitcoin. That's when it was holding it beautifully. When it just appeared, that look at that. That sort of formation right there is looking exactly like the formation that we're seeing on this Quant Bitcoin chart down there. Let me find it for you guys. Can you see that? So we'll zoom back in onto the Bitcoin chart right here. Look at this formation with this spinning top and then this higher low, and then we'll go back to Bitcoin over here and we'll see if it's similar. Yeah, we got that spinning top followed by that higher low, and yeah, obviously continuation to the upside. So yeah, this is what we could anticipate for Quant. We just said, remember in the video yesterday, if we're closing above this 55 weekly EMA on the weekly time frame, which is $115, then yeah, if you can back test that as support and hold it as support. So if we could do something like this where we break above, continuously hold it on the weekly time frame, that could mean we spend some months down at it, but eventually, as long as we can just continuously hold it, we should start to head back to the previous all-time high as your first target. But yeah, Remember, there's going to be a lot of key resistances ahead. The next time I look at the quant chart, I'll have all the levels, the 150 level, the $50 psychological level. But today was more just to show you that we finally found the chart. We've reset the market by coming down to this 200 weekly. So of course, that's exactly why we saw this. And for any coins that you're personally in, now that you've seen it happen for Quant, and Quant's at the 55, and you're seeing your other alts nowhere near the 55, maybe that's a clue. Maybe that's a hint. Quant was leading the market. Now Quant is at weekly resistance. We should believe that we're not going to break above this for some weeks, for some months. So we're at a key resistance now. So this is an area to take advantage, to take some profits, not to sell everything. I don't know why people think when I say take profits, they think I'm saying sell everything. No, I'll give you an example. If I made 10% in one day, I'm going to take some profits. The stock market hardly goes up 10% in a year, guys. So if we're getting 10% in one day in crypto, I'm going to take 2% out. I'm going to take 3% out. You know what I mean? Pay yourself. Otherwise, what is the point holding this to one price? No, we need to pay ourselves along the way. We need to pay ourselves for the journey. You've been on this journey for so long. Why don't you pay yourself along the way? Why would you wait for one price point to say, yes, I'm going to sell 100%? That's the route I try to go down. That's the route where you lose all your money. I'm telling you, you're not going to ever take profit if you don't do it at key resistances. Remember, are we above the 55? No, we're not. So technically, we're still bearish on the weekly time frame. We're at resistance on the weekly time frame, the 55. What do we say in a bull market? Every time we hit the 55, that's your double brick wall. This is what's going to propel you, shoot you back above the 20 to continue this bull market. Well, now we're bearish. You need to sort of flip that. Now we're at the 55. This is going to sling you back under the 20, sling you below this low. So you understand why this would make sense to be an area to take profit, to move over in the alt. I'm not saying Quant is going to come down here and lose this low. I'm not saying that. I'm just want you to understand that's what really should happen if we're in a downtrend. So just like you lost the low, you went back into the 55 EMA and then you lost that low. So now we're just doing the same thing. You've gone into the 55. Everyone's screaming bullish. But no, this is the area to take profits and no one wants to do so because they think it's just going to keep rocketing. And of course, if it does that, wow, amazing. You make even more money. But it becomes a much larger risk to actually making a fake and then doing so. So what we need to do now is just form this higher low. So come up, form this higher low, wherever it may be, and then attack it. You don't really want to go and do it now because you probably fall back and lose this support and go under it like this. So again, don't get too excited right now. Quant is telling you it's at weekly resistance. Last time you were at weekly resistance, you made a lower low. That is the hint it's giving you now. So if you don't want anything to do with that, this is a time to take some profits to invest it in coins that have not gone up at all. Let me give you one example. One example, Bitcoin, the most easiest one. It hasn't gone up at all yet. So that would be a time to maybe. We've seen Quant against Bitcoin going up an insane amount since the 13th of June, as we called. Quant has gone up against Bitcoin 175%, peaking at 200% since the low. So Quant has had this altcoin season against Bitcoin. People keep telling me in the comments, no, we're not in an altcoin season, Louis. Mate, just zip it, please. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't say it. Because look, this is a downtrend. When this chart goes down, this is an altcoin season. Go check the charts for this time in 2021. From July to September. Go check the Bitcoin chart. Go check the Bitcoin chart from October to January. And over here, this is another altcoin season. All this is saying is Bitcoin is losing dominance. So if Bitcoin is losing dominance, it means that Bitcoin is not dominating. So if Bitcoin is not dominating, who is dominating? There's only one other option, altcoins. So if altcoins are going higher up in percent than Bitcoin, look, Ethereum 10, Bitcoin 6, then we are in an alt season. This is why we've seen Quant absolutely trashing Bitcoin. And this is why I'm telling you guys, it's an amazing moment to take some profits, to invest in coins that haven't had this absolute insane pump back up to the 55 weekly. Please, let's get this video to over 200 likes. We got 240 the other day. Let's smash it today. There's always over 1,000 of you watching. Let's smash 200 likes, guys. We should get more than that. It only takes 1 second. Please subscribe. Every day now we've been hitting 20 subscribers on each Quant video. Thank you so much for that. Let's push for 3.2k by the end of this week. We're going for 4k for the end of next month. Let's see if we can get 4k in August. I'll catch you in the next one. Leave a comment down below if you found value today.